Hello and welcome to BeeBooks. I'm Deborah and today I'm going to talk about 4 books I've read thanks to their movie adaptation. I'm going to watch the Oscars on Sunday. I love that ceremony and I thought that this is the perfect way to celebrate movies but still talking about books. But first of all, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. It means the world to me. I'm so grateful for all of you and your support. And yeah, again, I thank you with all my heart. But moving on with this video, there's often this feud between movies and books. I mean, how many times have you heard the phrase, the book was better, and similar stuff? Quite familiar, isn't it? Well, actually, sometimes films can help us discover many beautiful bookish treasures, and in my case you'll see these treasures are quite juicy and precious. You will see, I've warned you. But yeah, now let's start. The first book I'm going to mention is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Firstly, I've seen the movie based on this book, Love, Simon, and I've watched it without any expectation, and the film surprised me a lot. It's such a fresh and sweet comedy that represents a very delicate topic, and above all for me it feels real, because sometimes some subjects are quite idealized and they feel fake. I've cried and laughed, and yeah, I couldn't wait to read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. Don't get angry, guys, I really enjoyed it, but I think that I slightly prefer more the movie. But anyway, both of them are quite important for me because they reflect the real struggle of teenagers nowadays. It's so hard to express our feeling in our society, especially if they seem to go against the ideals we are grown up with. Nowadays we should be open-minded. It's not always true, and that said, I agree, but unfortunately it's not less true. So yeah, thumbs ups for Simon vs. the Homo Sapien Agenda and Love, Simon. Let's go to the second book. Don't kill me, be patient. I was very young and I haven't read many classics back at that time. I'm going to talk about Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Yeah, guys, firstly, I've seen the 2006 movie with Keira Knightley, and then I fell in love with the story. I'm not going to talk about the value of this book because it's universal knowledge, but 2 things I'd like to underline. If you haven't read it yet, I think it's not the case for many of you, but I'm saying it anyways. The story is flawless, it's not a dull classic plot. And then, even if Elizabeth Bennet is a daughter of her time, she has many traits that we could easily find in some female protagonists nowadays. So definitely give it a try. The book number 3 is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I'm not a huge fan of romance, but then I see this Netflix movie adaptation and I fell in love. First of all, because I'm a huge fan of letters. They are my favorite means of communication. I've always written lots of them, and even now I have some of the most amazing pen pals out there, and I'm so grateful for all of them. If you are watching this video, guys, I send you lots of love. I love you so much. Thank you for being part of my life, and for this reason I related a lot with Lara Jean. I feel like I'm very similar to her, and yeah, I can't wait to finish this book. Last but not least, prepare yourself because I'll definitely shock you. The next book I'm going to mention is The Lord of the Rings by John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. Yes, Peter Jackson's movies introduced me in Professor Tolkien's world. You know, when I was little, no one could have given me bookish advice because in my family I'm the only strong reader, and for this reason I had to discover many bookish treasures by myself, and that was the case with The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and all Professor Tolkien's books. I remember clearly when my classmates arrived in class with these awesome posters of Aragorn, Legolas and Galadriel, and immediately I felt driven to these characters and I had to watch the movies, and then it was it. I even fell in love with the story. And now Professor Tolkien is my favorite author and I'm still studying his work. The Lord of the Rings was my first fantasy and it has influenced my entire life as a reader, and I couldn't be more grateful to Peter Jackson because not only it introduced me to this awesome world, but also because all that has happened later and still happen in my life. And this is the end of this video. Tell me all about the books you have read thanks to their movie adaptations. I'm very curious. I hope you will like this video, leave a thumbs up and share it with your friends, it would help me a lot. And see you next time. Bye!